Let's consider an example of a continuity of a function. Discuss the continuity of the absolute value function fx equals to absolute value of x at x equals to 0. In order to find the continuity of the absolute value function x at point x equals to 0, at first we need to see what is the nature of the function. So let's look at the function at first. In order to prove whether the function is continuous or not, what we need to do, we need to find the left hand limit and right hand limit of the function. So let's first find the left hand limit of the function. Left hand limit of the function at x equals to 0. Now the question is, which one of these ones are we going to consider for the left hand? If you remember from the definition of the continuity of the function, when x is less than 0, it simply means that this function is approaching from left. So when we find the left hand limit of the function, we need to use this function. Limit x tends to 0 negative of fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 negative. I'm going to bring this one over here, which is over here, negative x is equal to limit h tends to 0, because our limit was 0 minus. We need to substitute x by 0 minus h. So negative times negative is positive, and then when we find the value, we will get the value of the left hand limit as 0. The next thing we need to find is the right hand limit. It is obvious that x is greater than 0 is the second part of the function. So when we decide to find the right hand limit of the function, we will use this particular function. So right hand limit of the function is limit x tends to 0 plus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus of x from here is equal to limit h tends to 0, 0 plus h. Since h is 0, so the final value of the right hand limit will be 0. Value of the function at x equals to 0 is 0, because when you plug in the value 0 over here, the absolute value of 0 is 0. That's why fx is equal to 0 at x equals to 0. Using the definition of the continuity of the function, we can say that limit x tends to 0 minus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus fx is equal to f of 0, and all these are equal to 0. It simply means that left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to the value of the function, and all these three are equal to 0. So we can say that function f is equal to absolute value of x is continuous at x equals to 0.